Guys, welcome back to League Crawler Live. Here we are. All right, so if you can see Fit in the background, he's kind of playing his game. He's got this knocking out, and then he's good to go. But I want to make sure that we hit some news real quick, and then we got a really fun show ready to go. Matt is still doing the March Madness winner. Obviously, that's not done yet, so because it's not done yet, you don't have a winner yet. But here are the standings thus far. I have not got an update, but if you have not heard, here are the standings thus far. Latif Padgett. If I say these names wrong, I am really sorry. But Latif Padgett, right now you are in first place. Congratulations. Number 2, Sean McDonald. That one was a pretty easy name. Number 3, Bruce D. Oh, I'm rocking these out. Number 4, Ryan Olson. This was much easier than I thought it was going to be. Number 5 is Philip Schnee. And number 6, I'm going to fuck this one up. I'm sorry. Is Radomir Pavasovic. You are currently in 6th place. There's 2 more places. But those people don't look like they have any chance of winning it all. So I didn't put them on the list. But right now, that is the current list as we stand. Good luck to all of you. I hope each and every one of you win. I know that each and every you're not going to, but now you can't blame me for not saying good luck to you. So absolutely good luck to every single one of you. Thank you. Platinum Patreon supporters. For those of you wondering what Platinum Patreon supporters do, you're going to see some commercials tonight. You're going to see some commercials from leagues like Bolts or from SPA. From Sodenbolt, from Blitz, and you're going to be like, why do these guys get to play these videos and we don't get to play? Well, it's because they're Platinum Patreon supporters and they pay $20 a month for that service, right? And for those of you going out to be like, Mo, I'm not paying you $20. What are you going to do with my money? It actually, none of it even comes to me. I don't see even a penny of it. In fact, I pay my own subscription of $20 a month so you guys see videos on my own channel, and that's just how it works, right? But what we do is those go up on here. They go up for forever because after this show is done, it's going to go to YouTube for its forever home. And then you guys get to see your videos over there for the rest of time or until YouTube shuts down, which is probably going to be never because it feels like a cockroach at this point. Okay? But that $20 then goes to League Crawler, and then we use that $20 for updating the site, making sure that stuff's good to go. Any extra funds does not go into our pocket. It goes right back to the community. We do giveaways. A few weeks ago, we did an Access giveaway for the Access football game. It was pretty fun. So all that kind of stuff is what we do with the funds that come in. It doesn't go to our pocket. So I don't want anybody to be like, yo, Mo's doing this so you guys get paid. We don't get paid anything. In fact, I lose money with all of this, and that's okay because it's all worth it because I love League Crawler, right? But that is there. If you missed last week's show, we were here just a few days ago. We had on the great Nick Mazesco. Thank you, sir, for coming on. It was an awesome time. So those of you out there that you're like, yo, I'm a broadcaster. I want to get better at this. I want to take this to EA. Yo, we had a guy on just a few days ago that absolutely did that exact same thing. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're interested in just learning more about Mr. Mazesco, it was a fantastic time. Went about an hour and a half. I cannot thank him enough for his time. We have an awesome show tonight with the guys from Salty Dog. We're going to hit a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be good to go, guys. We'll be right back. Right now. Guys, hey, welcome back. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, these are the guys from Salty Dog. I'm going to give you a minute to introduce yourself and kind of tell us about how this got started. So go ahead one by one and let the people know who you are, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I'm Avery. I'm the commissioner. However, I feel like I run it a very democratically. So we got a dude man here with me. We started it March 2019. that right? 2020? Feels like
I
it's
don't
gone
know.
forever, man.
It
It's
was,
been a
yeah.
wild ride.
I'm DudeMan. It's only going on this long because of me. Keeping this thing afloat. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I joined season 3 in Madden 20, and we just finished season 21 and cycle 3. We're done for the
Yeah,
year.
4 seasons.
Boys,
Yeah, we had a rough one. We had a glitch-filled cycle.
and we're going to talk about that. We're going to actually talk about a lot of it. So, one of the things that I absolutely love is when I start doing these shows, what I do is I sit back, I ask you guys for as much info as you can possibly send me, and then I attack this in a way that it almost feels as if I'm looking for a league or I'm looking for a place to game, and I get to just sit down with you guys and ask all my questions so that the audience feels like they get that same exact vibe, right? So let's start from the very beginning. Why, oh why, did Salty Dog become a thing in the first place? Like, what was the thing that pulled you guys together and said, you know what, it's our turn to make a league?
And I don't know if we got enough time for this
Oh, we
because
got plenty of time.
it's wild. I'm the commissioner, but I did not start as the commissioner. The OG he dipped because he could not handle the heat. Long time ago, before we even were Salty Dogs, and we kind of rebranded, if you will. And I just started playing Connected Franchise in 2019 because I'm a Chiefs fan, obviously. And Pat Mahomes was on the cover site that said, "Why not buy Madden this year?" I haven't bought it in like 10 years, and got in it, figured out what Discord was, and my first season, and kind of like that's how it started. Just started playing.
Yeah, I joined when the original commissioner. I just went on Reddit. He posted on Reddit. At that time, I was probably in like 7 leagues. I was like league hopping. The league would either die or it would suck, or I would suck and I would leave. no,
Yeah,
it,
I mean, you still
but
do, but
I do. But I don't know, like the guys that were in when I joined. Would you say like there's at least 80% of that first Madden crew still in it right now, and
oh yeah,
and it's just good guys. You
super good
know,
guys.
we all went on vacation last summer together
Yeah,
and met each other, which
an
is
island in
badass.
Ohio.
Yeah, and it's just like yeah, it was just to me there's never been a more enjoyable experience, and the old commissioner quit on his own fruition, you could say.
2 weeks before my daughter was being born.
Yeah, he
It
just
was
had
crazy.
he gave it
Just dipped.
he gave the
Zero
paint
notice.
train gave the paint train all the commissioner rights or whatever permissions, I guess you would call it in
Yeah.
Discord, and said it's yours. I'm out.
I'll,
And then we've it's been better. We
Yeah.
changed the name. It wasn't called Salty Dog. It was called the Fun Sim League. We were like, first thing that's got to
Yeah.
go.
Out. Out.
And yeah, and we're going, man.
Yeah, what's interesting, so what I like to do is I like to relate my own stories with kind of what I hear, right? So when I first started gaming, I was in a league called MDFL, and it was run by a dude named Tom Bishop. And Tom would start the league, he would quit the league. He would start the league, he'd quit the league. It was just like this cycle, right? And then finally he was like, he quit it for like what we would consider the last time, and then all of us were like, we're never going back. Like, we're gonna start our own thing, and now 7 years later, we've got a league that a lot of us are still in. Like, it's been going on for a really long time now. So it's kind of funny to hear that you guys started in a way that's similar, where you have your own commissioner. He brings all of you guys together. He did the job that you guys wanted because he found a group, but he just couldn't seem to. He had a missing link, right? So when that happened, when the commissioner steps out, as somebody that's been in that same exact boat, my whole thing was I didn't want to be a dictator, right? Because it's really what we came from previously, and Tom would say the same thing. I didn't want that mentality. I wanted a real democratic, we're doing this together kind of vibe. What was the thing when you guys got control, or when you were like, hey, this is now going to be ours, and this is our vision, right? We're now started, but this is what we see this to be. What was that? What was the thing that you said, this is what's going to make Salty Dog Gaming Salty Dog Gaming?
For me, the first thing that I did was made it more personal. It was a cool community, and like all the users were awesome, but like all the extra stuff, like the Me6 and other apps bots inside Discord, were just kind of like standard default kind of stuff. And like I started customizing it to the community and to the group. And I made jokes like we like to razz on each other, throw smoke, all that kind of stuff. And so I made a lot of just kind of stuff that, like a lot of inside jokes. And I kind of brought that out to like every day. So like you're in it now, you'll see jokes from back, season 2, season 4, that kind of stuff.
Interesting. And dude, man, like when you decided to join on, and you've now got this new commissioner because you had the original one that you said you started with Reddit. When this new journey started, what made you go? You know what? I'm sticking around for this. Like this is going to be a much more enjoyable experience. What sold you?
They
We added you as an admin.
Yeah, they made me, I was gonna say they turned me into an admin, and I was like, all right, well then I made it more what I've always wanted it to be. You know what I mean? And so all the things that I've always looked for, all the things that I always, I was like, all right, well I'm gonna fucking incorporate it, and then I added all my own little stupid like games, all my little server games, and I've been in only one league now for 2 Maddens in a row, and probably will only ever be in one league. And it's just, yeah, I mean, that was it for me. When Avery said, hey, you want to be an admin? I was like, all right. And I left all my other leagues and put out all of my Madden, like, mindset and everything towards this league. And it's what makes this league great.
Well,
is the dude man aspect.
Well, you can't drop some of that without giving me any more knowledge. So you say they make you an admin. You want to add your own games. You kind of want to do your own.
Mm-hmm.
What is that vision? Explain to me. Are you guys looking for sim? Are you looking for are realistic? Are you looking for, hey, let's just get on this game and let's play. Let's meet up a good time. Are you looking for content? Are you looking for just an enjoyable community to be a part of? Like, what was the thing that you would say, this is what drives me, and everyone that kind of comes in follows suit, and this is what they're looking for as well?
Well, the content wasn't really a thing until this Madden. Like, towards the end of the last Madden, we started messing with it. Little images here and there, nothing crazy. But this past summer, that was a main driving force for me, and the paint train.
It was the next step. For sure.
Yeah, we were like, all right, because we joined Madden CFM and League Crawler and all these other like sources to see all of this stuff. We're like, man, look at this! Like a lot of this shit's really cool, and we can do that. We got great ideas. We got great people that love to do this kind of stuff. So that didn't come until recently, and we're still working. Like I just started a TikTok for us, and and Avery's been killing it on Photoshop and all some and stuff like that. In terms of gameplay, though, you touched on it, and I'm glad you asked because we are a sim league.
Yeah.
To an extent, like I feel like we have rules, which makes us a sim league. We don't strive to be realistic. Like we don't want what you see on Sundays to be what you spend your time on. Like we have rules. We got all kinds of rules. To us, our rule book is crazy. And the guys that were here in Madden 20 to what is now, they would say, "Man, this rule book is hella crazy, lame ass jits." But it's like compared to other leagues that we are in, and we're like, holy cow, like if these guys would venture into some of these other leagues, they would see. But like, and I'm not knocking it, but that's not really what we're going for. Like we want you to have a good Madden experience. Like the phrase like, well, like you would never see that in the NFL. Like that doesn't apply to us. Like we don't care what you see, because there's a lot of shit that you would see in the NFL that I don't want in our league.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Can you elaborate? Because I'm trying to say better.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that. Like the big one that is the argument is like trades and like the D-Hop trade. From Texans to Arizona. You don't see that in sim leagues because that's an unsim trade, but it's in the NFL. And so when it comes to the same kind of thing on the field, like we have rules in place so that you can't glitch out, the defenses or the offense and things like that, but we don't want to lower the interception sliders to 4 to make sure that right. People aren't throwing interceptions. That's just unrealistic expectations in our opinion.
We want people's gameplay to shine. Like we still want people to have a personality. We don't want them to go through the motions. You get NFL style football every Sunday, But when you spend 30 weeks a year playing a video game, just kind of going through the motions, or like you can't reach certain stat marks. You can't have a 3,000 yard receiver, which it's never really happened, but this is as an example. You know what I mean? Like, go for it, break a record. Have a 350 yard receiving day, and not, you know what I mean? Like, and shit like that. That's just my feeling about it. We still have fourth down rules. We have a crazy scrambling rule. Like, there's a lot of shit that we have that is intricate, and you see in a lot of other sim leagues, but we don't really, like, stats doesn't bother us.
Okay.
I get your stats, and that's my take on it. We're sim only based on what the Madden community calls sim, but I don't think we're very sim. We're like a hybrid.
I wouldn't say sim even means anything, to be truthfully honest with you. Because, I mean, every league out there is like, we're a sim league. And then you look at the rules and you're like, these are all different. And then you ask them, be like, but I thought you guys said you were a sim league. And they're like, well, we are. So, I mean, sim doesn't really mean anything. Let's break it down a little bit further, right? If I were to ask you who would be the perfect member you're looking for, if there's somebody out there watching this, describe to the chat who it is that you are trying to focus on. You're like, this is the kind of person that comes into Salty Dog and they make a big impact, and this is who we're looking for. And then if somebody hears this down the road, they're gonna be like, that's me, he's talking about me. And then you guys got yourself new members. So explain who would be the perfect guy that you want, or girl.
You go first.
Oh yeah, you let me go first. All right. Well, I mean, like, it's somebody that that cares more about the experience than winning. Like, they're not going to be the guy that throws play action crossers every play.
Red zone scissors and stuff like that.
All that kind of stuff. But they can have it in their repertoire. You know what I mean? And as long as they're having fun, and is just about the experience rather than about, like, the accolades. That's what we care about, is just having fun. We spend enough time playing a broken game that it's more about the fun than anything else.
Yeah, I rather them be awesome in the chat. Awesome in our server. Join our PlayStation party, for nights when we play Call of Duty or like other games, basketball, 2K, or whatever, That's what I'd rather have than a guy that's gonna come in and whoop everyone's ass and whatever, or a guy that's like super sim, follows all our rules. I break a rule every now and then, I don't really care. Break a rule.
I want to mute somebody. Break all the rules.
I gotta say, you guys are the first people I've ever had on. You're like, no, we want somebody to come in and break a rule. Like, let's get in here and have some fun.
To an extent.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
I hear you. People that vibe with that are gonna absolutely hear that. Be like, yeah, I am sick to death of people getting on my ass because I fucked up one time in a 45-minute game. Like, you're gonna speak to a very large audience here.
One of our favorite Salty Dogs is a guy that we had to boot from the league, and he's still on our server because we love him to death.
Yeah.
If you're listening, who you are.
He jurtles left and right.
He's a total cheese ball. Yeah. He's a rule breaking son of a bitch, but goddamn, do we love him.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's the man. Yeah. He's actually going to be in the NFL someday, hopefully.
That is what communities are all about, is finding people that vibe with you, even if they're not going to play with you, they don't follow the rules right. It's about finding people that these are my brothers. So I can absolutely respect that. I know you guys have had a lot of issues this Madden, and we're going to get into some of the NBA, the fun stuff that's coming up, but I really would like to make sure that these things don't get missed, right? That, like I said, this video is going to be out here. This is your time to kind of sit back and be like, EA, you completely fucked us. So go ahead. What happened this year? Explain the situation, and let's talk about it.
What didn't happen is the real question.
Man,
we waited until mid-October for the scouting update so that we'd have the best experience, and we said, hey, we'll push it back a month and a half to wait to provide the best experience for everybody.
Everyone wanted to see it. You know.
And so we put us behind there. And then obviously
turned out to be such a lame update.
It got pushed back even further, and we started because we just couldn't wait any longer. Everybody was raring to go.
Pulled the league. Yeah. If you want to keep waiting, they said it's going to be like November or like even later in October, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. And they just said, forget it. Let's just start.
So we started, and then season 3, we had the draft glitch, and we started it. As we normally did, we paused it like we always do for a slow draft. Everybody knows what a slow draft is, and it just kept every time we signed back in, it would revert back to the 8th pick, and we on Reddit on other servers looking for answers, and fuck man, it just never happened. We started a new season. We started a new league because we just couldn't do it. 2 weeks later,
We tried every little thing anyone said. Hey, everyone leave the league. So Avery or Pain Train booted everybody. Yep. We tried everything, man, and we were totally disheartened.
Yeah,
like you said, we started the new league. We went to like week 6, and then on a hunch, you went just to check on it. I think you checked on it. You checked on it a few times, and then you just checked on it. Checked on it again one day. It was at preseason week 1 or something, and it was never at that.
Yeah,
that's still super cautious.
Yeah, and so
then we pulled the league. They're like, listen, do you guys want to keep going with this 2.0? Or do you guys want to go back? And it was almost unanimous, except for the guys that were like 5-0 in that 2.0 league. Yeah. But everyone was like, because I guess one of the cool thing about our league is I'd say over 50% of the guys have their team. You know what I'm saying? You're the Chiefs fan. You're the Chiefs. I'm a Bears fan. I'm the Bears. Bills. So everyone's got their team, which I think makes it even more fun from a competitive aspect.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We have a Lions fan. He picks the Lions at like 13, and it's like 13th pick in a team draft. But that does make it, I think, more fun. But so everyone now went. So one cool thing that we did.
Oh no.
Florida's 2.0. I got to talk
cool
about
only
it.
for DudeMan, but okay.
We did a raffle for all the teams, all 32 teams. So pretend like you're putting like your ballot or like a lottery ball. And we just raffled off. So bam. But like you can only enter, or you would only have to enter a raffle of a team that you were like interested in. So like I wasn't gonna put my name in the Jets raffle. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't want to be the fucking Jets. But anyways,
good man experience, by the way.
People did. Pardon me. Can I curse on here? Right? This is the internet.
Okay, so this is Twitch, and Twitch will let me say the fuck word. It's not something that they
there you go.
bleep out. When we go to YouTube, it is something that they're like, "Hey, we're gonna monetize you a little bit because we're gonna take this." But you know what? I don't really care because.
I apologize.
So Twitch we can say the fuck word.
Anyways, I thought the team raffle was a huge success, and I wish we could incorporate it.
But the Jets.
I wish I could incorporate it more in our regular league, but we won't. But yeah, that's like I said. So then after that. When we go back to 1.0, we do a whole season.
I do have to say we went from 2.0 back to 1.0, and so we essentially played a season and a half like in one rip, and it was just exhausting because it was just like a really long season, and I think that kind of got it. People didn't realize how much we were playing without like any sort of playoff break,
right?
Because of that.
Yeah, you could feel people's interest definitely kind of plummet a little bit after that. Like it was like, what's going on here? Especially the guys that weren't doing too well or had a really crappy team in 1.0, got a good team, and then were really good in the 2.0, and then have to go back to 1.0. They're like, fuck, I was just killing it. But anyways,
and
do a season, and then we get the 31-man glitch or 32-man glitch,
and it just fucks everybody up because we have we have the admins, and we try to make it better for the users than it is for us. But sometimes you have to boot a user to allow a user to come in. It's a 31-man glitch, but you don't have to have only 31 players. You can have 32. You just have to finesse it. But the problem is that EA just still tried to fuck us. And
we were trying to boot a guy. We would try to boot a guy on their bye week, but like early in the season, not everyone's on a bye, so like those guys would lose their scouting or all their coach points, or and then their next game everyone's training. So then like next game everyone's all yellow, or they're re-signing guys that they don't want to re-sign, or or picking up a free agent, and then it's just so towards the end of the last season, we're like, do we want to do this more? Like, do you want to do this every, so... And plus, like, we had coach firing off. CPU coach firing.
It still happens.
And coaches are getting fired, so now those guys, and then now those accounts, those PSNs, are now banned or glitched out because No, we had like 7, 8 guys have to create a secondary account.
Yeah.
And that, I was like,
It was
I don't want to make this
crazy.
guy that just joined our league. Like, I feel like it was a bad look for us. We picked up like I think 2 new users that last season because guys kind of checked out after the draft loop or whatever it was. And now, boom, they play 3 games with the Texans or whoever it was. They suck, or their team sucks. It's not their fault. But then their coach gets fired.
Yep.
And I'm telling this new guy that just joined, he said Salty Dog League is so great, but we're glitched out. Now you got to create a new PSN. Like, I was like, that's just a bad look. Not our fault, but nip it in the bud.
So yeah,
That was our thought.
we finished season 4 with Snipes calling the Super Bowl, and it was awesome. It was
Definitely went out on a high note. That was really cool.
It was a great game. We had one of our newest users this Madden cycle in the Super Bowl. We had one of our youngest in age but oldest user in the Super Bowl, and like they played really well. Like it was a great game, and Snipes nailed it. Snipes made jokes. It was perfect. It was a wonderful experience, and it was great to end it like that.
You can call the game. That
Shout out
dude was
to
good.
Snipes is a phenomenal player. So those of you that haven't checked out Snipes, get over to his Twitch and do it.
It was our first experience, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
So good. Snipes is good. He actually lives right down the street from me. We're about 20 minutes away from each other.
That's
no
wild.
shit.
Yeah, he's out in Anthem, Arizona, and I'm in Surprise, Arizona. So we're right down the street, like a freeway away. Real good dude. Okay, so you get the glitch. You guys got absolutely torched by EA this year. It sounds like.
Yeah.
What do you think? Did you think we did anything wrong? Is there? Because I don't know. Because
I would never say you did anything wrong. You treated the game the way that it was supposed to be treated, and the game just doesn't have the mechanics to work in the way that it's supposed to work. Here's the biggest issue the biggest way that I try to attack the stuff with EA. I know for a fact what we're getting is going to be updated code on a broken game. And I know that's what's going to be every single year going forward because they're not going to start this game base all the way back from scratch. I don't think that's going to be a thing. So they do all of these different things. We bitch and moan and we're like, hey, you need to update franchise mode because it absolutely needs to be updated. But can anybody really sit here and go like, they need to update franchise mode and I have faith they're going to do it right? No, to me, that's an asinine even question. None of us believe they're going to do this right. That's why we're all pissed off in the first place. So I know there's a lot of people that are looking at franchise mode and they're like, this is a broken thing. They need to have this working next year. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I view franchise mode right now as a fast food restaurant under construction, right? The dine-in is closed. The drive-thru is open, but expect dust in your food. You're the one that's choosing to go to a restaurant that is under construction, right? So I think Madden will probably be like that for another 2 to 3 years until they get NCAA working. And then I think it's going to be at that point that they have to have
they're gonna have 2 broken games.
Yeah,
they're gonna have 2 broken games at that point.
I think a huge selling feature for them is going to be being able to incorporate guys from one game to another, and at that point, you have to have this working correctly. So I think they look at it as that kind of timeline where they have 2 to 3 years to work on this game by game. But we'll see. That's just personal opinion.
You know what, man? That's a great analogy. You're absolutely right, and it's a shame, man. Mm-hmm. And I never even thought about the possibility that maybe some resources are being spent on NCAA that weren't before. Because franchise mode wasn't ever this bad. This is the worst it's ever been, at least in my personal experience.
So it's also the first year they did so many updates. So what sucks, right, is I wish EA would hire 50 more people and stack this room that they've got of employees and really drive forward. It just doesn't seem like that. If you ask me my opinion, I don't know this for a fact. I think they've just got a handful of employees that even do this job. I don't even think it's this massive team that we would all think would be working on a game. I think they've got 3 or 4 people that are working on franchise mode, and I think they've got another 3 or 4 people that are working on MUT, and I think they've got somebody over the top that's making sure it's all working right. But I just don't. You don't hear about these huge, massive teams that are over at EA. It's just not. That is not something that exists. And then when you look at their programmers, I don't really know how many of their developers actually know how to program a game. I think their developers are just putting in what they want the game to look like, and then they pass this to a programming team. The programming team is like, well, we work with this broken game every year. We'll try to make this work. But I don't really think that's a recipe for success either. So you've got one group of developers that are wanting this experience for the franchise mode, and then you have this group of programmers that, no offense to EA programmers, but I don't think we're dealing with some of the top creative people here in the world. I think it's pretty much can you edit a copy of something you didn't make? Yeah, you're hired, right? So I think that's kind of what we're dealing with. And I just don't think it's a recipe for success. So until they change their business model, this is likely what it's going to be for the foreseeable future.
Well, and I mean, I can deal with it until, as with your analogy, the restaurant starts punching me in the face, telling me to get out. And like a broken game is a broken game, but like if they're gonna keep us from playing it, like come the fuck on.
Yeah,
I mean that's where I stand on it.
Yeah, you're not just getting dusty food anymore. You're ordering a hot and spicy, and you're getting shit. Which is basically a hot and spicy, anyways.
It'll be
getting a hot and steamy. Getting a hot and steamy.
We're gonna take a really quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna jump into an actual video that you guys made for your end of the Madden cycle, and from there, we're gonna start talking a little bit of basketball. So for those of you that are here wanting to hear some NBA talk, we got that coming. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so if you are back, we are here to watch a video. You can hear us. You cannot see us. We're going to play this real quick. And then when we're done, we'll kind of talk about it, and we'll go from there. All right, enjoy. That was absolutely epic.
I apologize. I misunderstood the assignment. I didn't realize that the sound wasn't being played for everybody on the chat. So
it was not. Oh, I didn't know that no one had any sound.
That's what one of our admins said he can't hear it. So, but
no.
I mean, it's a bunch of German, so you're not going to get it anyway. But it really elevates the.
You can check it out on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, go check out Salty Dog Gaming YouTube. It's up there, not muted. So, it's a hilarious video. DudeMan worked on the script. We did a little bit. We did it all in like one day. Like I was working from home. I was working from home, and I edited the clips, and he supplied the script, and it was hilarious. We laughed and laughed.
Boys, it was phenomenal work. I could hear it on my computer. I apologize that no one else could hear it on theirs. When we do the edit, I'll see if I can edit it in. But it was absolutely hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, go check them out. Like it was great work. They are. Let me make sure that I don't get this wrong. It's Salty Dog League Gaming. Just phenomenal stuff. All right, let's talk about some of these basketball things. So the NFL, the Madden League is dunsies. 4 seasons in, it's shit. But you guys jump into NBA. Can you take me through some of these slides?
I'm so sorry. I want to go back real quick to Madden just because I feel like we're not doing the due diligence for
Let's
this.
do it.
every start of the season, every start of the cycle, DudeMan has the annual waitlist games. And what that does is it allows new users. So if somebody hears us and says, "Hey, those are pretty cool guys, I want to join in," they have a chance of joining the league from the get-go, even though we have a 7-8 person wait list right now. And it's a fun little thing before the season starts that DudeMan runs. That's the best thing that DudeMan's brought besides himself is
nothing video game related, like so
I don't know.
you have like rankings. Go ahead.
The headphone with the one earpiece, that's pretty good. It's gonna be hard to beat.
You see it too.
It's weird. It's weird as fuck, man.
I'm just gonna sit like this, legs crossed, like I'm Dr. Evil,
no, it's
sideways in my chair. Amazon guys, forgive me, forgive me. But wait, this game is great. It's like I said, we rank like at the end of each cycle. Everyone's ranked 1 through 32 based on chat parameters, their duration in the league. Yeah. So that 32nd guy has to fight for a spot too. So if you finish 32nd, now you are joining everyone on that wait list to fight for that 32nd spot. So even if you join mid wait list, we had guys join on like day 3 or 4 of the wait list games. They heard what was going on, they wanted to join, and they could end up getting that 32nd spot. But thank you that's what you think. That's my favorite thing. I think I brought better stuff than that to the table, but I'm glad. I'm a big fan of it. It is. It's my baby.
It got us Lou Rod and BB, so that was a big one.
Shout out to Lou and BB.
Yeah, big shout out to Lou. I told him I'd shout him out on this thing. So.
All right, is there anything on Madden that we missed? Because I don't want to miss.
No, that was really the only.
Frick that game. Right. Frick that game.
So
that's the only thing I wanted to say.
Madden's done at season 4.
Yeah.
NBA is now the thing.
Yeah.
Tell me what this NBA 2K League is all about.
So
get back to your slides.
The purpose of this all, and what I still hope to do, and my main goal for coming onto your show tonight, is what I wanted to do was have the Salty Dog Gaming League, Sim League, play the insane Madden League, versus the RDFL. The RDFL is going to play the Loyalty League, and that's what I was hoping to do. Have like a World Cup style NBA 2K tournament between the Madden servers. That's what I wanted to do. Some servers probably have 12, 15 guys that play 2K, and you can do 2 teams from that league. We got 20 guys that play it, various levels of skill. I'm towards the bottom of that level of skill, but I enjoy it. And if I'm setting this up, then I'm gonna play.
Facts.
But so I don't care. But anyways, that was my goal, Mo. Like I want to bring together these leagues, even if it's just for the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Like Madden is a hard game to have cross-server tournaments in. You know what I'm saying? People play with different rules, yada yada. But not even just that. It's just 1v1. This you're getting 5 versus 5 from the. It's a little more. It's not, right. Plus, so that's what I wanted to do, and I think about it still like I think you brought it up in a message one time, Abe. Like we all want guys to watch streams. Like we're all throwing out images. Game of the week from this league, Super Bowl. But realistically. And maybe it's just me, but I watch other leagues' Super Bowls or games of the week sometimes. I do, just maybe it's for ideas, maybe it's because it's nothing else is on. But I personally feel from a broadcaster's standpoint, I'm gonna watch games. I'm gonna watch 2K games if I'm in that league and say I'm fighting for let's just say for example we have a playoffs or something, however that works, and I'm watching and the Red Zone League has to lose to you name it, they gotta lose this game. I'm watching that game.
Yeah,
and we can form a committee for rules, or we can form broadcasting rights. We'll say this matchup is a home and away team. The home server as the broadcast rights to broadcast on their league server, so everyone's gonna watch that. So you're not getting the Salty Dog Sim League versus the Red Zone League, but they're both streaming. No. He won't stream that night from the Salty Dog Gaming server, or we just have one conglomerate like the league crawlers, and then broadcast them all. I don't care. Like, you know, as long as we get a piece of that pie, Mo. But anyways, like
one of the things that you guys said was very interesting. I know Matt's in the channel, and I actually had an idea over the last few days. So, what you bring up is actually it's a stellar idea. People want to see streams. People want to be connected with other users to do this. The whole reason that we do this stuff on the channels and stuff is because I'm trying to grow my own channel. We try to grow the YouTube, try to grow the website, we try to grow the Discord. So, I mean, it's all here to grow. It's the same thing with you guys. So, what I do know is out there it's the ability to join stream teams. Have you guys ever heard of stream teams?
Like in general, yeah.
Yeah, so there's stream teams. So like I'm a part of a stream team right now called Bare Knuckle Network, right? It's run by a guy named Fritzy. He's a huge Madden streamer. He opens up packs all the time. But the issue that I sometimes have with some of these stream teams is it doesn't ever feel very personal. It doesn't feel designed towards my goal. My goal is not to become this incredible huge streamer that's doing all this for cash flow. My goal is to make my name for myself by helping promote others, because I know what it's like to put out content that nobody sees, right? So I want to make sure other people know that we care about this content. We're going to do our best to put out this content. So like the goal is, if we continue growing our stuff, we'll continue growing and finding ways to promote everybody else. So like I have thought, even in the last like week, like what if we did like a league crawler stream team, you know? And all of these different leagues that want to have their stuff promoted, you just join the stream team. And when you're not on, you jump on and you go view people that are on and you go support other channels. When you're on, they'll do the same thing. So you guys are on to something I think would work really well. It just takes time and it takes an effort and it takes people wanting to do more for just themselves. And it has to be about wanting to do things to promote everybody. And I think if you find a big group that want to do that, you could absolutely take an NBA, you could take NFL, you could take golf, you could take racing, you could take anything to the moon.
You're right.
It just takes finding a group of people that want to support because they also want to feel like they're supported, and everybody's got to kind of do their part.
Exactly.
Preach it, yeah, and like
it doesn't have to be 2K. You guys want to form a
PGA? We
had a PGA thing going for a long time.
Yeah.
We
had the racing league.
Mm-hmm.
The racing league was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Racing league was a really good time. Listen, you want to know people who get really upset and like who are really sweaty are freaking serious sweaty NASCAR guys, man. You get into a wreck with a guy. Yeah. You get into a wreck with a guy who's like a legit NASCAR guy. He's in in NASCAR leagues.
Mm-hmm. Dude, man can't hold a line to save his life.
Whatever, bro. I'm out there to win. But anyways, you cause a wreck for a NASCAR guy, they're very upset, super upset. But anyways, yeah, it's that could be any game. Like we did private Warzone games. We got what 30-some people to play Warzone in a private lobby. That was so much fun.
Like Warzone's another one that's like it's not as fun as it could be. Mm-hmm. Like just like Madden, and so like you do other things to make it fun. And that night, that was a really fun Warzone night.
And like we're probably in the minority, and I'm sure a lot of these leagues love playing Madden. You know, later.
No one loves playing Madden.
Yeah.
We're so done with it, and I get that people like now. So I consider this time now, April, like the Madden down season. So like, what better way than let's all do some cool shit together, stuff together. Pardon me, YouTube.
Bro, you're allowed to say the word shit. It's okay.
I'm just kidding.
They'll let us say fuck.
There you go.
Mo.
No, but I mean, like the league has done really well so far. I mean, we've added the Red Zone League. They did you see they just created their own little hype video, which they did a really good job of.
I did look. Red Zone League, they've been great. We added guys from the Road to the Bowl League.
Yeah.
They're cool guys.
Yeah.
But those were the only two servers that bit when we were trying to plug this thing. Red Zone League jumped right in. Although I haven't spoken to their commissioner, we got to work together.
Yeah, he doesn't play. I don't think he plays 2K. He's just a Madden guy. He does a lot of content. So I thought he might join us, but
Red Zone League came in and they started dominating. But
as an outsider looking in, right? What I can say for anybody else that's similar to me that they haven't experienced this yet, it does seem like everything that you guys do is centered towards having fun with your community, and I can't think of a better reasoning to join a community or to join a league or to join a brotherhood than that. Like, if that's what it's centered around, there's going to be a lot of people out there looking for a lot of fun. Now, before we go any further, though, you guys did send me a lot of screenshots, and I know you don't have access to see these, but you can see them if you watch a stream, which gets me extra viewers anyway, you know. But let's go through here. I want to show off this hard work that you've done. The first one that I'm bringing up is B-Wit. It shows his speed, power, 3-point steals, dunks, blocks, passing, clutch, and it shows P-Cook. And I'm assuming they're on the Joker team because you've got this sick purple background with the Joker's face behind it. It looks fabulous. What are these images that you guys are doing? I'm going to kind of scroll here while you're talking to me about them.
Yeah, so
that is actually what B-Wit looks like. It's a spitting image.
Yeah,
Cook I can't speak on.
DudeMan, he basically said, "Hey, why don't we make some graphics of the guys? I think a NBA Jam style graphic is pretty cool." And so I researched it, and these guys, they're literal players from 2K. I got them to take screenshots of themselves. So you see Jello and Q. That's what they look like on the court. And then you see the Red Zone League guys. Like that's their users. And so they sent me these screenshots. I put them in there. I made up their own attributes. So I gave B-Wit some good ones just because he is leading the league in a few statistics. Mm-hmm. But I had to give the Salty Dogs. They might have gotten a little bit more of a bump than they really should have deserved. But they're the Salty Dogs, the Slump Busters. They had
Slump Busters, baby.
So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So now we get through those things, and they all look fabulous, and they totally bring out an old like Nintendo vibe. But then we get to this first annual Round Ball Classic, and this was the latest update that you'd send me. What's going on with this list? Can you fill us in on what this is all about? What these 12-2, what this is going to mean for teams going forward? Can the Pigeons at 2-8 can they get out of this hole? At 2-7, can they get out? So kind of fill me in on what this overall is looking like.
Well, we actually had 6 teams, and they merged with the booze. It was the Boozers and the Jokers, and now they became the Booze and Jokers. And only because, so like I said, this was supposed to incorporate a lot more people than it did. So there's a Red Zone League. They have guys. That's all their guys. We took 25 guys from the Salty Dog League. I mean, some guys just bought the game before we did our player draft, or some guys just created a my player. So, like
60 overall.
So our talent. So we spread up in the 4 or 5 teams.
Yeah.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
Our talent is spread out.
That's why the Red Zone League is doing so good. They got their 7 best players, whereas our 5 best players are on different teams.
Are on 4 different teams.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
We're not.
Guys are really good.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm not trying to say their accomplishments or whatever, but they're really good. But anyways, yes. So we're just keeping track. We're doing like a round robin. You play each team 5 times, then we'll have like a best of 4 or best of 5 or something. Playoff, go by seeding. The last team will get eliminated. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, and go from there and end it. And then I'm gonna really try again.
Yeah, we're gonna. It really looks like
to really get
legs balling.
Yeah,
don't get me started. Yeah. Don't get me started. If I didn't have responsibilities, 14-year-old kids all the time, playing 2K all day. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Love you, Red Zone League. Please don't go anywhere. Stick around for Round Ball Classic 2.
Shout out.
All right, let's talk about this last one. This is the one that I had the most questions on. It's the biggest image that you guys sent me. But it goes through here and it shows all of these stats, field goal percentages. How are you recording all this data? What is this data going to be used for? It looks absolutely beautiful, but kind of take us through what this all means.
That's what I said. Avery's like, dude, this is not good content.
It's so basic.
I love this picture. This is my favorite picture.
Same, bro. This is the one that shows the most work, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a lot. So basically, after every match, one of the teams will post their box score, and from 2K, you just take a picture of your screen and send it in, and I pull it into a table that has shows Banks scoring 2 points on 4 shots and grabbing 4 rebounds and whatever, and just having the whole both teams 10 players, and I enter it in, and I did a little pivot table because I'm a nerd, and it just provided this for us. And so what I can do from this is in the server, I take a screenshot. I sort it in a way that it shows the best, and so like I sort the points per game so that you can see it in a better way. Right there, it's sorted alphabetically, but it gives people kind of like some bragging rights. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's great. It's great
Yeah.
to see. We've played 10 games. I love to see what my points per game, my assists per game. And then you talk a little smack with other guys at your position. I'm the leading rebounder of all point guards in this whole tournament.
Oh, snap.
at 1.4 a game.
Grid squad right there.
Dude, Dennis
Easy cream.
Rodman over here.
Yeah. Oh, that's the biggest compliment you'll ever have.
I am watching The Last Dance for the 800th time, just so you guys know.
Goodness.
Just a great documentary.
But yeah, so me personally, I think that was something that I promised that I was very close to not following through on. So thank you so much to the Pain Train for. He's like, well, I ain't doing anything now. Madden's over. I'm not doing anything. Wife and kids, give me something to do. So he took it up on himself. Like that was our big thing for me, is to keep track of the standings. Like I said, the less somebody stream the game so we could watch it, and then somebody take a picture of the box score and submit it, so I know who wins and yada yada yada. And Avery hopped around. He's like, listen, just give me fucking half a day. And he had 40 some people, because there's been quite a few subs and guys who joined late. And he just throws it on there, which I'm not a spreadsheet guy. I don't know anything about Excel.
The Red Zone League was playing a ton early on too, and so like their numbers looked really good. And I was like, oh man, like it's kind of bad information, because each one of them have played 5 games, and the next closest was 2 games. So then I said we need to break it down into points per game situation, and it kind of evolved into what you just saw there.
Yeah, what I love about what you guys do is it does seem like once you decide to do something, you go all in. It does not seem like you know how to half-ass anything that you guys are doing. And just the vibe that I get, it seems like Avery's going to be the one that's going to find the groundwork to get something done. And dude, you just make it a lot of fun.
I want to have fun. This is like what I do,
Yeah.
Wintertime, it's cold outside. I live in Chicago. It's 10 degrees.
I get it.
If I'm going to do this, I want to have some fun with it.
You guys have been an absolute blast. I cannot thank you enough for giving me the time. Is there anything that we missed going through here? We talked about Madden. We talked about 2K. How do these people get signed up for the stuff that you guys are wanting them to do? Like, what is the best way for them to reach out to you? What is the best way to get signed up? When can they expect for the next round to go? Like, what's going on here?
So, a couple things. We are in talks with Snipes, because when he did the Super Bowl, he really wants to start doing 2K shows as well. And so when we started going into the tournament, we're gonna try and get him calling some of those. So that should be really fun. Go ahead, dude.
If you're a server watching this right now and you want to join right now, join right now. I mean, this is really just casual, and it's kind of turned out to be like a dry run with everything. You know what I mean? One negative about us spreading the Salty Dog guys so thin and up into 4 teams is that it's kind of difficult to get 5 guys together. You know what I mean? Like to get 10 guys together. Really, it's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like you might get 5 on your team, but you might not find another 5. So like we would love to do this with our servers. Condense our 4 or 5 teams down to 2 teams or something with subs. So if you are interested, League Crawler server or any other server, or how you want join our server.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the League Crawler, so you can DM us or add us in League Crawler.
Please do, man. We'd love to have you now. Come join in. We'll make you an NBA Jam picture, looking all cool.
Yeah, and if you do a good job and you're as good as Dude, they'll make you an admin to keep you around.
Yeah.
You can have my spot. You can have my spot.
This is the long con.
Isn't it funny that how everybody wants to be an admin, and then when they become an admin, they're like, I don't really
wants
want to be an admin anymore. This is not what
Once they see how the sausage is made, they're like, forget this.
I liked the title. I don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
In our league, if you're an admin, you get first dibs on a team. So
there you go.
I feel like we got 1 or 2 guys that will never leave the admin just because they got to get their
facts.
Got to get Lamar Jackson.
Got to make sure that you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Boys, it has been a pleasure to have you on. Is there anything that we missed that you want to make sure that we hit before we get out of here?
Thank you so much, man, for having us.
Oh, man, it
Invite
was
to
a
the
blast.
servers in our Twitch bio. So if you want to come to the server, check us out. Just head on over to Twitch.
I cannot
Follow us,
recommend
sub us.
what these guys are doing enough, fellas. Again, give them your Twitch URL, give them the Twitter. Let's hit all of the places they can find you at. The League Crawler Discord is absolutely an easy place. If you're not in League Crawler Discord, make sure you get over there. But where can they find you on Twitter?
On Twitter, we're at Salty Dog Gaming 1.
Yeah, you got it. I got it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it. I just operated.
We got a TikTok. We've got
Mm-hmm.
Twitch. We got a YouTube. We have a website, but it's under construction right now. I haven't worked on that. I haven't worked on that recently. And but yeah, we got it all. And there's a lot of ways to find us. DudeMan has his OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, that's you can afford that. MLB show comes out tonight. I'm sure we'll be doing something with that over the next next coming months. I'm sure.
I'm hoping it's got a fun franchise mode, man. The 32-person mode would be so dope for that game.
Co-op mode, 3 versus 3. That's what I'm all about.
That would be a fun one too. I gotta.
I'm excited for baseball co-op. That would be fun.
I want to roll 2 with DudeMan.
I gotta give you guys all in the chat a huge shout out to you. You guys absolutely brought it for your guys' league. Go ahead and spam the hell out of Salty Dogs. Make sure everyone can see it. These comments and stuff that you guys are seeing up on the screen, these are going to go straight to YouTube. That's why we put them up on the screen so that everybody out in the YouTube world that's watching this later, they get to see everything. I also got to give you guys a huge shout out because you are the group that has been here for me to hit 400 followers. So this was a huge number for me. I've been grinding for the last year and a half raising these numbers, and you guys came in. I got a few followers from you guys, and if you are following here, here's what you can expect. Okay, I just want everyone to know what you can expect from this channel because I don't really do this as a personal thing. Any funding that we get here or any funding that we get for League Crawler goes right back into the community with what we do for League Crawler Live. We like to give out games. We like to give out different kinds of things. It goes back into the servers. It goes into updating equipment that we got here. So it's not anything that we look at and be like, we get your money or we got your followers. I really just appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys for giving me your time tonight. An hour. We've been sitting here for over an hour, and you guys have just brought it. I mean, before you guys should have been here before the show started. They were cracking me up. So to have you guys sit here for that entire time, I can't thank you enough. The people in the chat coming through, man, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. Love each and every single one of you. If you are not involved with Salty Dog Gaming, I highly, highly, highly recommend you do it. I am going to do a better job going forward to make sure that I am more involved with what you guys got going on because the comedy aspect is what I do this for, the meeting new people and having new friends, and you guys are absolutely hilarious. I could not have asked for better guests for this Thursday night, so thank you guys for being here.
It's our pleasure, man.
Yeah, long time listener, first time shower, and I'm happy I was here.
That's
He's
the
a
first
shower,
time
not a
somebody's
grower.
ever said that to me. I've been waiting this entire time for someone being like, "Hey, long time listener, first time caller." Hey,
I thought I was gonna be played out.
No, you guys brought it, man, and I cannot thank you enough. Round of applause, each and every single one of you. Guys, we're going to shut this down. I have some kids that are screaming their head off upstairs, and my wife has promised she's going to take care of them. But if I leave them with her, I don't know if I'll have kids or a wife by the time that we're done. So we're going to get out of here. Love each and every single one of you. Shout out to Salty Dog Gaming. I'm really looking forward to what you guys got going on. Make sure to at me when you guys are posting stuff because I absolutely will retweet it and we'll throw some stuff out there because we want to support everything that you guys are doing. This was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Cool, man.
Guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Adios. See you next week.
See you, buddy.